Yeah, that's
So
wild. Now,
second,
how many miles did you get to? Do you have calculated how many miles that you walked throughout the trip? Because
I
I mean,
did roughly 71 miles and about 20,000 feet of gain.
geez, Louise. Yeah,
So
that's pretty wild.
that doesn't include all the pacing around in the parking lots.
Yeah, sure, I believe it. Nice. Cool,
But
dude. That's incredible. The whole story is incredible, and I mean, one of the things that I personally like so much about it is, despite you know, despite the pain she was in, the goal kind of slipped away. She still called the audible, and she still finished. To me, that's just like that's what it's about. Life throws you a lot of curveballs, and it doesn't mean you still can't smoke it out of the park. I think it's just amazing that she still persevered and kept going and just finished. And I think that's probably, well, it wasn't, she didn't get the intent that what she wanted. I think everybody else, especially when they hear the story, will hear that and will be inspired by what she did by persevering and continuing to fight and continuing to push step by step. I think that actually kind of that message will go even longer with so many people as they move forward in their own lives. Amazing stuff. Truly is.
well, these mountains made her the runner that she is. So they're very close to her. They mean a lot to her. She grew up here. It's her backyard. So given the opportunity to try this is just, it's a dream for her. So it may not have come out with the exact outcome that she wanted, but it did come out with one outcome that she wanted, which was to go for it and finish it. So ultimately, at the end of the day, she did what she set out to do.
Totally. And as she said in her episode, she may have some unfinished business with these mountains. So what happens in the future remains to be seen. But it was just an awesome story. Super cool to hear, and to hear the behind the scenes as to what happened from your guys' perspective. Cool. So before we wrap this episode up, I like to ask everybody these same questions. No wrong answers. They're just kind of fun questions. Is there anything unique or special to you, or something that you always have to have in your backpack when you're out hiking?
The last couple of years, I've usually had Sour Patch Kids in my bag.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, it's my end all be all ender of bad moods and sore aches and pains.
Perfect. And then my second question is, in your opinion, what makes the Adirondacks a unique place?
The people, because there's a particular type of person that I think chooses to live there, that settles there and calls it home. It may not be my actual home right now, but I like to think of myself as somebody that appreciates the mountains the same way the locals do, and that's just because I've been going there for a couple of years, and all the people that I've come across there have welcomed me in as if I am their neighbor. So it feels like home to me.
That's terrific. Glad to hear that. And my last question is, why do you hike? So, this is it's an interesting hobby. It beats the hell out of your body so often. What makes you keep going out time and time again?
For me, it's a mental thing. It helps me clear my mind. For me, it's a way of escaping the day to day and being free, and also at the same time pushing myself to see what I'm capable of.
Awesome. Well, there it is, everybody. The behind-the-scenes look at Sarah Kai's FKT attempt. And if you haven't heard her episode going through the entire FKT, check it out along with Alyssa Godesky's episode, and you can really get a full glimpse as to what those two women did out there, along with what Jay said today. Thanks to Jay for coming on the show. Thanks to all of you for listening. If you like the podcast, leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. I'd really appreciate it. And check back every Friday for new mountains, new stories, and new episodes here on the 46 of 46 podcast. Remember to always leave no trace, do the rock walk, and if you carry it in, carry it out. See you on the trails, everybody. So there you are, deep in the backcountry, waking up in your tent to the sound of loons on the water and birds in the trees just after sunrise. You had an okay night's sleep, not great, but not terrible. It's time to hit the trail. But first things first, coffee. And since you're camping, you need it to be quick and convenient. Well, Recess Coffee has you covered with their new Campfire Blend Steeped Packs. Steepable coffee packs, easy to carry in, easy to carry out. Pick up a carton of 10 or individual packs before your next camping trip. For 10% off your order of steeped packs or 12-ounce whole bean bags, use the promo code RECESS46. That's RECESS 46 at recesscoffee.com.